What is up, guys? This video is of course on Page, Arizona, but I wanted to let you know this is, video one in a series of videos on Arizona. I just took a 5-day trip to Arizona and it was pretty amazing. So just to give you some context, I flew from San Diego to Arizona. The flights are super cheap. I think it was $79 each way for me. So super cheap flight. You fly into Phoenix because if you're going to Sedona or even Page, you're likely to, fly into Phoenix or Flagstaff, and then you'll probably need to rent a car. Now we decided to stay in Munns Park, which is about 30 to 40 minutes outside of Sedona. You kind of save money on your accommodation, and there's just absolutely no traffic in that little town, and it kind of puts you in the middle of different places to go. So if you're just doing Sedona, maybe stay in Sedona, but if you wanted to, go up to Page or go to the Grand Canyon or go see some other things, Munns Park might be a good place to stay. I'll go ahead and put the link for the Airbnb that we stayed at. It was absolutely beautiful, kind of like a cabin feel. For some reason, I didn't take any video of this Airbnb, but I'll throw up some pictures here so you guys can go ahead and see. Now to get to Page from either Sedona or Munns Park, you basically get on the 89 North in Flagstaff, and you basically it's just a straight shot, and it should take you just over 2 hours. Now for us, it took us over 4 hours to get there because there was actually fires and they had the road closed down. So we had to get rerouted all the way through the Hopi Reservation, which was pretty crazy to see and pretty crazy to drive through. Like some of these landscapes were something like out of a movie, but we ended up getting there 2 hours late. We actually still got there in time to go to our Antelope Canyon tour, but right as we check in for the tour, we're ready to go, they actually closed down the canyon because of high winds. That's definitely something to keep in mind. One of the main reasons we were going to Page was to go to Antelope Canyon. It's absolutely beautiful. Of course, I'll throw up some random pictures that I found. We didn't get to see it. We didn't get to go down into the canyon, so that was definitely a disappointment. So after what seemed like an eternity in the car and then not being able to go on our Antelope Canyon tour, we finally were able to do something, which was Horseshoe Bend. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's $10 to park in the parking lot, which is right outside of Page, and you basically do about a quarter-mile walk down to the bend. It looks so much better in person. It's so big and it's just massive. It's definitely worth checking out if you're in or around Page. Now, it was not the best day. As I said, Antelope Canyon got shut down, so it was cloudy, it was windy, it actually even ended up snowing, but it was still a really cool experience, and just the whole landscape is definitely something worth checking out. After exploring Horseshoe Bend, we decided to check out the Glen Canyon Dam Overlook. Now, this is about a 7-minute drive down the road from Horseshoe Bend. It's far less busy. There are only a few cars there, and it is free. So, if you're there, why not check it out? It gives you a really good look at the Glen Canyon Dam as well as the Colorado River below. the last thing we decided to do in Page was go on a UTV tour. We were looking for something a little bit different, and this, in our search kind of came up. We went with Epic Adventure Rides, which is actually just outside of Page. So you drive about 20 minutes outside of Page to Big Water, Utah, and they kind of have the UTVs ready for you. We went with their private tour, which is basically you're in one UTV and then a guide is ahead of you. Our guide was so awesome. His name was Mark. He actually grew up right outside of Pittsburgh and Aliquippa, which was really interesting considering we're all the way across the country and there's somebody who grew up around Pittsburgh as our guide. But he was awesome. He showed us all these different things. They take you through an area called Vermilion Cliffs, which is so beautiful. He stops and he shows you stuff. If you want to stop and take pictures, he'll take pictures for you. And again, it was the private tour, so you don't have anybody else with you. You're not waiting for another group of people to catch up or another group of people to take photos. It's just you and your friends. And this was the perfect way to really end this day. Again, the tour was like 3 hours, and Mark even asked us if he wanted to go longer. Again, it was just us and him out there. Just such a fun time. If you're going to do anything in Page, I would say this is it. With the UTVs, you're going places that you can't get by car, and it's just, especially the private tour made it a really special experience.